Though the store was supposed to close at 10 p.m., I was way in the back in the electronics section, hunting for a specific pair of noise-canceling headphones. I guess I totally missed the final announcement over the intercom. I didn't even hear the front security shutters come down. By the time I finally headed up to the front, the massive fluorescent grids overhead flickered once, twice, and then half of them just died. The whole store was plunged into this sickly, dim twilight. Honestly, the silence was the worst part. If you've ever been inside a Target, you know there's always this constant hum, the AC, the soft pop music playing, people talking. But now, it was just this heavy, dead silence, like an empty tomb. I sprinted over to the front glass sliding doors. Locked, I yanked on the manual release, but it wouldn't even budge. I was officially trapped inside a 135,000 square foot maze of red and white. I figured my best bet was to head to the employee break room in the back, hoping maybe a night shift worker was still hanging around. But as I was cutting through the home and decor section, I heard it. Clack, clack, clack. It sounded exactly like hard plastic smacking against the polished linoleum floor. I froze. The sound stopped. I shined my phone's flashlight down the bedding aisle. And right there, standing dead center in the middle of the path, was a mannequin. I swear to you, it wasn't there 2 minutes ago. It had on this red seasonal sweater, and its faceless head was tilted slightly to the left, like it was listening to my heartbeat. I tried to just laugh it off, figured it had to be a prank by the stalking crew, right? But when I turned back around to keep walking, another mannequin was standing at the far end of the aisle. Same red sweater, same tilted head. At that point, I started jogging. My heart was pounding out of my chest. I made it to the grocery section, hoping I could find a landline or a walkie-talkie. But something was seriously off. The labels on the soup cans were completely blank. The cereal boxes were just solid red blocks. It was like the entire store was losing its details, almost like a corrupted video game glitching out. Suddenly, the overhead PA system crackled to life, but it wasn't the usual pop music. It was a voice deep, distorted, and it sounded like it was being played in reverse. Then it rasped out. Guest assistance needed in the void. Right then, one of those floor cleaning robots, the ones that roam the aisles, whipped around the corner. But it wasn't moving at its normal slow pace. It was basically sprinting straight at me. And sitting right on top of it was a severed mannequin head, its painted eyes glowing with this faint, pulsing red light. I absolutely bolted for the emergency exit in the back stockroom. I could hear them behind me now, dozens of heavy plastic feet clacking against the floor in this frantic, synchronized rhythm. I smashed through the double swinging doors into the loading dock area. It was pitch black back there, smelling like old cardboard and ozone. I spotted the heavy metal bay door and started spamming the open button. As it slowly groaned upward, I felt this cold, hard plastic hand grip tight around my ankle. I kicked back as hard as I physically could, hearing the loud crack of hollow plastic shattering. I dove under the door just as it cleared the 3-foot mark, and I didn't stop sprinting until I reached the streetlights on the main road. When I finally stopped and looked back, the target looked completely normal again. The lights were off, the doors were shut. But standing right up against the front glass, staring out into the empty parking lot, was a single mannequin wearing a red sweater. And right there in its hand, pressed against the glass, it was holding my phone, the one I didn't even realize I had dropped.